Hello and a very warm welcome to this demo video for live code for FM Native. We've been very hard at work over the past few months building the first version of the FM Native compiler, and I'm able today to give you a live demo of the technology in action. I'm going to start off in FileMaker. I'm going to show you a solution that we have here and just navigate around. This is a real solution from a real FileMaker Platinum customer who's been building a system for doing questionnaires, and there is quite a number of layouts associated with this. But the main purpose of it is to be able to go in and have users complete certain question and answer sections based on, in this case, the review of things around a given property. So this is our solution file, and if I now go over to live code for FM Native, drag-drop the file in, what you're seeing now is the native solution kicking into action, and you're seeing various windows getting opened in FileMaker. But there's actually no user interaction going on here at all. The LCFM native solution is doing everything that you're seeing on the screen. And what we're doing now is importing the database design XML file from the database so that we can start to build the LCFM native layouts. This process does actually take a couple of minutes, so I'm going to shorten the sequence here and just take a moment off it because you just sit and watch this. So come back a couple of moments later, then we should be in a position to have it start to save out, and you'll see various files appearing there next to your solution file. So now we have a list of all of the layouts in the solution extracted, and we're going to choose the layouts that we want and choose the initial layout we want the native solution to provide. Back into FileMaker, and again the LCFM native is now driving FileMaker to pull out those pieces of information that it needs from it that it couldn't get in the DDR report. So again, you're seeing a lot of things happening on the screen at the moment, and I thought I'd leave these in the demo so that you could see those happening. But actually I'm not operating the mouse or in any way interacting with it. This is all being purely driven from our solution. So we can watch for a moment as it goes through, and it needs to pull out various pieces of information about some of the parts, in particular relating to things like height that isn't available within the DDR. So you can watch it go through and pull that information out, and then again we come back into our tool, and it'll start to merge that information now behind the scenes in with that XML so that we have all of the extra information that we need to build our solution. Again, I'm just going to shorten the sequence here because we just have to wait for a couple of minutes. And it'll start to save all of that out. So you can see that progress indicator along the top there is now auto-generating. So now we choose where we want to save our file for Android. At the moment, both Mac and Android deployment are supported. We will be supporting other platforms, including Linux and iOS. And we're loading up our Android remote viewer, and this is a viewer application that shows an Android device that's been plugged in. The other option here, of course, would be to use the Android emulator, but that's really quite slow. So we load our solution up in FileMaker, and we're going to show you this solution running side by side. So this is our Android remote viewer, just loading up the native app that we've just deployed onto that device. And here it is. So you'll see that we have the fields all working, the themes, colors, CSS, all of the layouts have come in as you would expect. The logic is obviously working as we're doing the navigation. And we have the ability to choose different things. So if I change the score there, then after a moment it will update in FileMaker server, and you saw that changed back on the desktop there. So this is a real solution. As I say, it's a real client solution. There's some native scrolling going on there, just using the Android device native features to do that. It's a completely native Android app. All your data is still there in FileMaker server. So now what I'm going to show you is the process for making a change, because of course this is a tool where you will want to potentially recompile your solution whenever you make a change to it. So go back into FileMaker here. We're just going to make a couple of changes to the colors in the themes. So going into Edit Layout, and we're going to choose to make these a different color, so we'll just apply that. Okay, so make that a bright orange. We'll save that back to the theme. Save our changes. You can see the orange now in the theme. We've got support for all the SVG icons, so we can change those. And if we again run our LCFM native solution, go through the process, and I'm going to shorten the sequence again. You can see this all running quite happily. Pull out all of the details to make a new native Android app. This does take a couple of minutes, but I've shortened that sequence for you there. That's the only bit I've shortened, just where I've told you everything else is happening exactly as you see it, with no editing. And there again we have it, but now we have the new colors. So we're getting really close, and if you are interested in this, then please make sure that we've got your name on our mailing list so that we can email you when the first beta of this tool is available for you to download and start trying. Thanks very much for listening.